Episode 10. Shalom, this is Eliyahu Mitroff with this week's Talmud podcast. This is the fourth shir in the third parak of Bava Metzia Hamafkid. So the Mishnah said that if somebody gives his friend a behemoth or a kelim, so if he pays and he doesn't want to take a shavua, so then the shomer acquires the kefil, the future kefil. When they catch the ganav that he has to pay double or 4 or 5 times the amount, it goes to the shomer since he paid. And the Sefer says, Nishpa v'lo retzeh l'shalem. If, on the other hand, the shomer wants to take the shavua and he does not want to pay, so then the kefil, the future kefil, is going to go back to the original baal. Why? Because he never paid for the animal. He took the shavua and he matir himself. Therefore, the baal is not willing to give him the kefil, like the Gemara explains. Comes along the Nemuki Yosef and he says like this: L'chor ikar l'midak, hach seifa lamali, b'shita. What do we need this sefer for? Why do we need to teach that if the guy takes a shavua and he doesn't want to pay, that he doesn't get the kefil? That's obvious. Kevin the lo shilem, since he didn't pay, lo maki le kefela. The Baal didn't give him the kefela. He's not going to get the kefil. The Baal doesn't want to give him the kefil unless he's going to pay. The whole tachlis, the whole reason why the Baal wants to give away the kefil is to get him to pay. So if he's not going to pay, of course he's not going to get the kefil. What's the chiddush? That it goes back to the original owner. It's obvious. Mihu, however, for Perika goes Eitzim, over there in Baba Kama 108a, Daik Rabba Mine. Rabba does learn something from the Sefer. Nishpa v'shilem. The Gemara over there has a question. What if he does both? What if he takes a shavua and he also pays? Afterwards they find the ganav. Mishalem kefil shomer. The chiddush is, according to Rava, that we pay the kefil to the shomer. Because according to Rava, what's the difference when he pays? As long as he pays, the Baal wants his money. And as long as he gets his money, he's willing to give over the kefil. And he learns this from a diuk, an inference from the Sefer. Because it says in the Sefer that he takes a shavua and he doesn't want to pay. Klau, we can make a diuk. Harotzi l'shalom, but if he wants to pay, acher makan, afterwards, afa pisha nishpa, even though he took a shavua and he schlepped the guy to the Beis Din, maki le kefela, he's still going to get the kefel. For palik bezeh imabaya. And he argues with Abaya. But we see that the Nemuki Yosef asked the question. The question was, Peshita, of course, if the guy takes a shavua and he doesn't pay, so of course the shomer is not going to get the kefil. What's the chiddush? The chiddush is not like gufe. You're right, that original statement, there's no chiddush in that statement. Where's the chiddush? In the diuk, in the inference, because it says, if he takes a shavua and he doesn't want to pay, so he doesn't get the kefil. Mashma though, if he takes a shavua and he wants to pay afterwards, so he will get the kefil. So the Nemuki Yosef answers the question by saying, no, it's not Peshita, because Rava learns an inference from it. So I just want to read over now the Gemara in Baba Kama 108a that the Nemuki Yosef was speaking on. It says like this, that if the Bailim, the original owners, ask the shomer for their thing back, and what happens? The shomer is nishpa v'shalem. He takes a shavua, and then he says, okay, I'll pay. And after that, they find the thief. Kefil l'mi, who does the kefil go to? Abaya omer l'baal. Abaya says it goes to the original owner. Rava omer, it goes to the shomer. Abaya says to the baal, why? He made him take the shavua, which means he schlepped him already to the Beis Din, and he took the shavua, and then all of a sudden that he pays. Abaya says he doesn't care. You know why? Because once he schlepped him to Beis Din, I'm not going to give you the kefil. The whole reason why I gave you the kefil, the future kefil, that if it gets stolen and the thief gets caught, and then you wind up getting the kefil, that was only given to you because you wouldn't schlepp me to Beis Din, you would pay up front. What did you do? You schlepped me to Beis Din, and then you paid. I don't care. I'm not going to give you the kefil. Rava says no. It goes to the shomer. Why? Because since he paid, Maknele Kefel. Rava says it has nothing to do with Tircha. The guy wants his money. So even though he took him to Beis Din and he schlepped him there and he had to hear the Shavua, but at the end of the day, the guy paid. So he just says, listen, I don't care. As long as you pay, you get the Kefel. That's the Machlokes. Then it quotes our entire Mishnah. Now wants to explain where each one learns from. They learn from the inferences in our Mishnah. Abaye makes an inference from the Reisha, and Rava makes an inference from the Sefer, which we just brought down in the Nemuki Yosef. Abaye makes an inference from the Reisha. What does he say? It says, Tikatani Shilem, V'lo Ritzei Nishpa. It says, if he pays, and he doesn't want to take a Shavua. Time, the Lord say Lishpa, he doesn't want to take a Shavua. But if he does take a Shavua, Afa Pisha Shilim, even though he paid, Lemil Mishalem, Labal Pikadon. So the kefil stays by the bach, he's not willing to give it away. And Rav is died from the Sefer. Nishpa says in the Sefer that if he took a Shavua, the Lord say Lishalem, Taima, who does it go to? It goes to the original owner. But that's only because the lo rotzi l'shalem, because he doesn't want to pay. Ha-shilem, if he pays, afal pishanishpa, even though he schlepped in the Beis Din, the milim shalem, should be a pikaton at slow. It goes to the shomer. So that was the Gemara that the Nemuki Yosef brought that said it's Peshita, the safest Peshita, that if a guy takes a Shavua and he doesn't pay, that he's not going to get the Kefel. The Nemuki Yosef says the Rav learns a Chiddush from there because even though he took the Shavua, if he would pay later, he will get the Kefel. Comes along the Panei Yeshua with the same difficulty. The Panei Yeshua says like this: L'chora yesh temua, the high bubble my kamash malan. What is the Sefer coming to teach us? Peshita, milsa to Peshita. The Rava, it's good according to Rava. He makes the inference, Mahai Baba the Sefer, the Heka the Nishpa Vishilim, Belachak Shavua, the Kefa Nifkad, Imke Nasi Shaper, everything's fine. Except now Pnei Yeshua is going to say, wait a second, that's good for Rava. The Nemuki Yosef answered for Rava why it's Peshita, but it has to be a Chiddush to both Baya and Rava. It can't be that a Baya has a Mishnah with the Sefer that it's Peshita. Very nice you answered for Rava, the Pnei Yeshua says, but now you have to answer for Abaya. Masha Enkin Labaya, the Daikma Reisha, Ifka. Adarab, but just the opposite. Abaya learned from the Reisha that says that if you pay and you don't take a Shavua, what would be in the case where you did both? You took a Shavua and then you paid. What does Abaya say? The opposite then. He says in such a case, you do not get it because you schlepped the Baal to Beis Din and the Baal doesn't want to give it to you. He learns the opposite. So according to him, the safe is obviously Peshita. That it says that if you take a Shavua and you do not pay, so you don't get it. There's no Chiddush L'diyuke, Adarabba. The Abaya learns the opposite. He makes an inference from the Reisha, produces the opposite din. Nahi, the dochek, that Abaya came on, he had to remove the diuk of Rava by saying a dochek b'shat, the parish nishpa v'lored l'shalim, haile shalored l'shalim kodem a shavua. Surely he will not get it. That's the peshat that Abaya said to remove Rava's diuk. So enochenami it's dochek. Makom zeh din lo nisker beferush. Nevertheless, his din is not explicitly stated. For Adarabba, if we wanted to have the sefer at all, kol shechein the havishamina lahak dinim above the reisha. Surely we will learn the din from the Reisha. The Reisha says that if a guy is shilem and Lord say nishpa, the din is that he gets it. Mashma, if he's shilem and he takes a shavua, he will not get it. So according to Abaya, who learns the opposite din, we don't need the sefer bakla. We don't need it at all. Not the liyuke, not the gufe, not at all. So what do? Abaya has a Mishnah where the sefer is not needed. It can't be. So the Pnei Yeshua wants to answer that really there is a chiddush, not in the diuk, in the goof of what it says, because at the very end of the Mishnah, it says in such a case, when a guy takes a shavua and he doesn't want to pay, who does it go to? To the Baal Pikadon. He wants to say that's the chiddush. The chiddush is that the kefil does go to the bottom. Now that is a chiddush. Why? Even though it was stolen from the house of the Shomrim, you would think maybe the kefil is not shaykh to the Bailim. Why? Because you shouldn't say the low name of the Hagan of Pater Legamre, the Lav Ba'adin, the Bailim who. What does the Ganav have to do with the Bailim? The Ganav stole from the Shomer. That's his Bali Din. He should go to court against the Shomer. There are three parties involved. The thief should have to pay the Shomer, and the Shomer should have to pay the Bailim. What does the thief have to do with the original owners? Comes along the Chiddush of the Mishnah in a case where he takes a Shavua and he doesn't want to pay. Who gets the Kefel? The Bailim, and that's what it says, Labao Pikadon. And a second answer that he wants to give, V'od Sakadak Tamina B'ki Gavna, Lo Karinim Begonav Mabei Seish. You would think this is a similar, very, very similar din, that you would think halachically it's not called Mabeis Ha'ish. He didn't steal from the house of the owner. Kukushios haritva, like the Ritva asks. Kamash malan afilu hachi chayev. Still, he's chayev. So that's the second answer. The second answer is you would think, hey, what does it ever do? We know that kefil is only chayev if you take Mabeis Ha'ish. Here, he took from the house of the shomer. It was in the shomer's possession. That's what would have been the havamina. Kamash malan. Though even in such a case where he takes a shavua, he doesn't want to pay, so then it goes back to the original owners. And therefore, Abaye now has a chiddush in the sefer. Comes along the Shita Mekubetzis and he wants to answer very similar to the Pnei Yeshua, but he adds a lot more meat to it. He says like this: Shilem aloratzi lishpa. Niri li, it appears to me, the ikele rivus the bereisha ubeseifa. He wants to say there's a chiddush gam in the reisha and also in the sefer. The reisha shmina. What do we learn from the case where it says that if he pays and he doesn't want to take a shavua, it goes to the bali din? The afagav the im hayarotzi lishpa min hadin ubeemes. Really, this guy was a perfectly good shomer, and he could take a shavua and be pater legamre completely. Hayenu dekamra lo rotze lishpa. But still, even though it's a din emes, and he could take the shavua, and it's a shavua of truth, still he doesn't want to do it. Shahari amru v'nimsa kishenignav geneva lebailim lefia emes v'adin nachon. So since it's true that this was a good shomer, so that shomer was really an extension of the bailim. In other words, here you are, you have this thing, you give it to somebody else and he shomers it. It's like yours, it is Mabeis Ha'ish, an extension of you. And he could take a shavua, it's true, he can get away with the shavua, but a shavua would be a shavua of emes. But since he did perfectly shmira and he was an extension of the bailim, you would think that the kefil always goes to the bailim. Comes along the Mishnah to tell us, Kevin Shalim, since he paid v'loratze lishpa, and he doesn't want to take the shavua, havi kefil shalo. The kefil goes to him. Because that was the original deal that the Baal had. He says, listen, if you pay me up front, you will get the kefil. But that's a chiddush. Why is that a chiddush? Because really you would think it's in the reshus of the Baal, because the shomrim are perfectly good shomrim, and it's an extension of the original owner, and therefore when the thief stole it, he's chayiv back to the Baal. Comes along the chiddush that if he pays, the shomer will get the kefil. That was the chiddush in the reisha. And the chiddush in the sefer is like this: Af im lo haya yechol lishpa el shemin din haya chayav l'shalem kigon shenignav b'sheya. He wants to say the reisha is talking about a case where he was not poshay, there was no negligence, but the sefer is a case where there was negligence. What does it say in the sefer? Nishpa v'lo l'shalem. He's negligent, and the shavua he's going to take is sheker, and he doesn't want to pay. He wants nothing to do with it. ונמסה לפי האמס והדין הנכון כשגונב וגנב לנפקד. He wants to say that since the shomer was a bad shomer, he was negligent, so then it left the house of the original owners. What happened? The original owner gave it to this guy. Then the guy was negligent, so it went out of the house of the original owners. You would think in such a case where the guy is negligent, who did the thief steal from? He didn't steal from the original owners, because at this point the shomer is chayiv. He's negligent. It's out of the house of the Baal. So he stole from the shomer. Comes along the sefer of the Mishnah, makom kevin shenishpa v'loretzi l'shalim agilui milsa the balim nignava. Now he says, listen, since the guy is going to take a shavua, it's a shavua sheker, but he wants nothing to do with this thing. He doesn't want to be obligated, and he's willing to take a shavua sheker. So he has a gilui milsa that he's also not connected to this thing. Since he's not connected, it stayed in the reshus of the bailim. Okay, where is it? I don't know, but it's been stolen from the reshus of the bailim because the shomer really wanted nothing to do with this thing. And that's the chiddush of the Mishnah, that since he took a shavua and he doesn't want to pay, and it's a shavua sheker, so that means it's in the reshus of the bailim. You would have thought it left the reshus of the bailim, and therefore it belongs to the shomer, and the kefil goes to the shomer. No, it comes along the chiddush of the Mishnah, that if he takes a shavua, it's a gilui milsa, that he wants nothing to do it, and it says, like it says at the end of the Mishnah, who does the kefil go to? To the Baal Pikadon. The kol heked the esib reshusit the marihi. Because wherever it is, it's in the reshus and the bailim, and it was not in the reshus of the shomer because the shomer did a lousy job. Because and it comes along that when he steals it, even Pupashia, Labalim Nigdava, he stole it from the Bailim. That's the Chiddush of the Mishnah. You say, wait a second, if so he stole from the Bailim, why is the Shomer Chayev Baklal? No, there's a din on him, because since he was negligent, he has to pay it back. Aval Gufa, Behema, Bekafela, because Shevach, everything that comes out of the animal, any kind of profits that come out, Bein Mamela, Bein Makmas Otzaah, whether it's profit, whether it comes automatically, Bailim Nihu, it's a Bailim. That is the Chiddush of the Mishnah. But Reishiv is safe Bakor Inyan. Now he's not saying that he's making an that the Reish is only talking about where he was not Pushay and not negligent, and the Seif is talking about negligent. No, it's talking about both. The question is, where's the Chiddush? The Chiddush in the Reish is where he's not negligent, and the Chiddush in the Seif is where he is negligent. Eila shelakak bakor akas mahanach. Lashin lo rotze, both in the Reishiv and the Sefer, it says he doesn't want something. Lahodienu, to teach us, sha'av shediim nishtene hadin minanidon, gam adin kefo nigrar acharav. Whether it's the Reish or the Sefer, it's still, wherever the animal is, that's who gets the kefo. Like it said in the Reish, it says, shilem, which means it moved from the Bailim to the Shomer, because he doesn't want to take a shavua. In such a case, the shomrim will get the kefil. And in the sefer, it says nishpa, below it says l'shalem. Since nishpa, it's a gilui milsa that he doesn't want a thing, and it moves back to the reshus of the bailing. Okay, that's it for this week's shir. Please leave comments and look underneath this video for any extras or any links to other sources that will help you to understand this class.
Umar Abaki ve Ashleichem Yisru v'Ilash Leichem Lichterayim